Hello, we're back here at Davey Crockett Park. Uh, we're going to get another look. It was about a month before we were here. Saw the devastation from the flood. Let's go ahead and do a takeoff here, and we're going to try to see what progress they made at the park. And also, I had a couple of questions about the river on the other side of the park, so we'll see what we can see there. So let's just go ahead and go forward here. And let's go here around. I used to fly in this low altitude. Oh, watch out for the branches there. We'll just go around the park here. You can still see where the mud was, and it still is. I guess it's dirt now. Let's go ahead and gain some altitude here. We'll get above the power lines and everything. But we will go around here, take a look at the campground again. And once we get on that side, that's where the river is that we wanted to take a look at. So yeah, let's just go ahead. You can see that work is being done here. There's still a lot to do though. So just to give you a point of reference here, let's see. Here's the main building, I think, somewhere here, where you come into the park. The chimney's there in the shade. And back through there is the campground area. Let's go in center mode here so we slow down here. So you can see, yeah, they're at least trying to get through to make some roads through the campground here, but there's so much mud here to move that it's going to take time. Let's go around this way, get away from these trees here. I guess fall has fallen here. All the pretty colors are mostly gone. You can still maybe see some color around there, and you can see the river area there. I think that's what some people were interested in. But let's go. Let's see the campground area here. So you can see the table's still here. And you can see they do have a road cut in through the mud. And that was definitely not, this was all brought in by the river. So I would say the actual campground is in under, I don't know what, 6-8 inches of mud, and all that's got to be moved. Progress is going to be slow. There's still trees down here in the area. They are being moved. I'm going to gain some altitude, get away from these trees here. It looks like the one camper's gone that was here in the corner before. Let's drop some altitude here. You can really see, like for instance, you can see how far up this picnic table here the mud is. So yeah, it's a lot of earth to move here. But I think we can see the river through the trees there, and I think that's what some people had asked about. So let's go ahead and gain our altitude back, and we'll take a look at that. There's still some nice color on that tree. There's a few stragglers here. Most trees have dropped. Oh, watch out for the birds. Once again, I've heard on other videos that birds do not really care for drones. I haven't had any issues yet with that, and I hope I don't have any today. We'll start this way with the river. You can see it's looking very nice and calm today. Very nice day out today. We will go, okay, let's try going around this way. Now, I haven't specifically myself camped here before, so I'm not really sure what it looked like before. But I think this is the area that people are asking about. Okay, we'll go around this way, and then we'll come back around. Let's see, I think we can afford to drop a little altitude. We'll take a look at these falls here. So you guys can tell me in the comments how this has changed, because like I said, I haven't really seen it before myself. I didn't know this was here. So we'll get a good look at it here, and everybody can take a look and see how it's different. Maybe it's not as much of a fall as it was before. See, it looks like a lot of rock there. I'm sure a lot of dirt, rock, debris has been washed down here. And once we get around here over the river again, we'll do a little droning back up and away. And we'll get a little bit better look, and then we'll come back up the river. Actually, let's see if we can get a little bit closer here. Yeah, you can see that. I'm sure it looks different than it did before. I'm sure all those rocks weren't there before. Let's go ahead and go up and back, and we'll do a droning away from that. I am in cine mode, so things are going a little slower than they normally would, which is probably a good thing, because sometimes I think I go a little too fast with this. All right, let's stay at this altitude. We'll just come back over the river here. I think I'm getting close to the trees along the bank there, so we'll avoid that, and we'll come on back. You can definitely see the trees along the bank there that were knocked down by the flood. All right, let's go ahead and gain some altitude again. We're going up to our limit. Get some of the surrounding area too. A very pretty day today. So I'm guessing a lot of this whole area of land right here was covered in water. That's what it's looking like to me. Just by those trees there. Or at least part of it here. Let's go back here and let's look at this area. Just by looking at these trees here, this definitely looks like it was. Let's go back to normal mode here. We'll go a little faster. Just looking at these trees here, this looks like it was washed by water for sure. So yeah, this whole area here must have been covered. Let's go back and we'll get another look at this, and then we'll come back, take a quick look at the park again. I think we'll call that a video. Let's get a nice good look at the fall area here. We'll just follow the river back up. Go back in cine mode, take a look. I'm sure the campers, that's probably a very nice sound to hear that in the background. You're out camping, have a fire going, just relaxing. We'll just stay over the river here and see what we can see. Now I'm sort of turning back toward the sun here, so it may not be as good. It's a very nice calm river once you get up above it here. Let's go back to normal mode. We'll come up to the other side of the park, and then we'll make our way back. Did have a little chat with the park ranger as I was getting out of the car here. They just wanted to make sure that I was not going to be on park grounds, which I'm definitely not. Definitely respect their requests. And you can see here where the water was as well. Let's go ahead and gain some altitude. And yeah, you can look, see here. This whole area is affected. See where the water had come through. I'm not even sure if that creek was there before, but it is now. Let's go ahead and take a look. Now this is the other end of the park here. I think they had a little farm set up here, and the replica cabin, and the monument. I think there, the little circle there is the monument where it was. All that was washed away, I understand. Well, I think they found part of the stones. I think they had a stone for every state. I think they found 40 of them or so, something like that. And I think right here is where they had a stone that was carved for the, I guess it was marking the location of the original cabin. They took that up and they're going to store it, and I think, and probably restore it. And when everything's back with the park, they'll probably bring that back. Let's go ahead and take a look here. You can see, like I said, just getting road access to the different parts of the park here seems to be a real challenge. I mean, I think everything here is going to be a challenge. So we'll come back around, and if you remember, I think there was a playground area and a basketball court or something right in this area. We'll take a look at that again, see how it's changed, if it has at all. And so just getting the roads uncovered here is a real trick. Okay, I think I see the playground there. We'll buzz this tree here. You can see the Ranger vehicle there. So yeah, you can see here the mud still. Go back into cinema mode here for our last little bit here. And we'll come across here and take a look at the building, the main building, I guess, when you first come into the park here. I think it had the bathrooms and maybe a store. And the chimney is here somewhere. Now, I understand, I think I read that the cabin was, of course, was not the original cabin, but even the replicas have been flooded out a couple of times. So this is not the first time this has happened. Maybe not, maybe the first time on this scale. But I'm sure they're going to get something back up here and have it looking real nice. Yeah, you can see the trees down here in the area still. Take a look at the building here. And we'll come around and get the chimney. I think I may need to go this way a little bit and around. It's kind of in the shadow there, so it's hard for me to see, but it's right here. See the entrance to the park there. And it's, yeah, it's going to be hard to see with the sun, the angle of the sun there, but you can, I'm guessing you can probably make it out. We'll do a little droney back away from that as well. Let's just go ahead and do that. And I hope that we got everything that some guys had some questions about, and also show some progress here that's being made at the park. It's going to be a long road to travel, but they'll get there. You can really tell they've done some work. And we'll get a little bit of Mountains in the background there. So yeah, with that, I think we'll go ahead and do our return to home. And we'll call this a video. And thanks everyone that made comments on the original video. We really appreciate that. Hope we answered your questions and gave you a look at what you wanted to see. Just come back around here. Hopefully we'll have a good landing. I'm not under that tree again this time, so hopefully it won't, obstacle avoidance won't stop us from landing this time, and then I'll have to do a bad manual landing and clip some grass on the way down. There's a bit of a breeze blowing, but I think nothing that the drone can't handle. Okay, it is above the tree, so we'll see. Oh. Okay, so the tree did catch it again. I'm going to take a video with my phone this time, so I'm going to pause this. And now I'm on my phone. If you can see where the drone is right there, it saw that branch right there. And it's, well, I guess it decided it was okay after all, even though it's not on the landing pad. So I'm probably going to have to go ahead and pause it anyway, because it's nowhere near the landing pad. I'm not really sure what happened there. So let me go ahead and set you down here. Hopefully you can be able to see. And I'm going to do a manual landing here. I apologize if you can't see. I'll switch over to the drone video if I need to. We'll go ahead and look down so we can see where our... Now I mentioned this shadow a couple times that you get when you're landing the drone, and it didn't actually show it, so I'll try to show that this time. There it is. Let's go this way. Forward. I definitely need to practice my manual landings. I probably rely on the automated landing a little too much, but it's just so cool. All right, so we're going to go straight down and put her on the pad. And there we go. So that's another successful landing, and we'll take that and get you edited here and see how we go.